just said "Go Knights Go" on TikTok, Connor. What are we going to do about that?
I would. Emily, is she the moderator? Ban him. Ban him.
No. All about the House of Green, eh? Okay, well, let's just stay here just because they're an OHL team, but just be careful. We don't want to be banning anybody.
Kicked and banned, never to be seen again.
If you don't know Connor, he's just really got a capital H against,
Vehemently.
like, yeah. We'll move on now.
We'll go with our current
Well,
opponent.
it seems to be like, I think we should have you wait until the period is actually over before you come up here, because every time you come, you're like the last minute and a half or 2 minutes you come up here, and then somebody scores.
I would like to go back and look at how many goals have been scored in the last minute of the home game.
I don't understand it.
I'm like, I thought I wasn't paying attention to my seat. I was like, again, I missed it.
Right. Well, 1-0 Saginaw. That's what we're talking about. With 39 seconds left to go, like it was, and honestly, Nick Strzicka doing a great job out there, and it was just that little, yeah. I'm not feeling it out there. I got to be honest. Like, it's not really noisy out there on the ice. We saw a little bit of aggression down in front of Saginaw, in front of Andrew Oak. And, well, I got to be clear on that now, right?
Get that one right.
I don't know. Are you feeling the same?
No, yeah, I agree. It's been slow. Again, there's been a couple good chances, but nothing that strikes me as unbelievable. We've had 5 shots. You really got to challenge this goalie. He knows what he's doing. He's been to the Memorial Cup. This is a talented goalie. Get him to move around in the crease. You get 5 shots a period. You give him 15 shots a game. Where did you challenge him?
Well, yeah, there's something to be said for shooting a puck, even if you're not sure it's going to go in. It's just attacking the goalie, right, to let him know that we're coming. Here we are, right here, and yeah, work him a little bit so that, maybe he gets tired to a certain point where you're not quite paying attention. I think, that's part of a strategy of distracting a goalie.
Yeah, get in front of him. Like, put one of the big guys right in front of his. You don't have to bump him around, but just puff your shoulders up and get in his sight line, because sometimes that's all it takes is just one of the ones that slips by because he didn't see. Because there was one guy out front that was making a big presence. Yeah.
Well, we haven't seen we're still looking for that first goal from the Sarnia Sting, not just because of the game, but because of the teddy bear toss. I don't know what
exciting.
It always is, right? I don't know how many. I meant to look. I don't know if it's on Sarnia Sting's page or whatever, but a record number of teddy bears here in the Sting Arena. But
you'll have to remember last year the first goal we scored wasn't an actual goal.
Oh, that's right.
Everybody got their bears out early, and then
you know what? I don't think I was here last year for the teddy bear toss. I think I missed it for some reason. Yeah, but I do remember that.
And then they scored. They actually scored, and then there was still some people who left over teddy bears, and Josh Boyce was not happy with the crowd.
No.
Please do not throw teddy bears. It was a one and done. You can't do it. Yeah.
Well, everybody sees it. They're not waiting for him to announce
make the official announcement.
I get
especially when you got an OHL ref, they're going to go review it for 10 minutes and decide if it's a goal.
While they're cleaning up the teddy bears that had no goal. Yeah. Snap the second. He says, "Go Knights, go!" All about the House of Green. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going past that.
Emily's like the House of Yellow. Karen's like blocked in advance. Just down the highway from y'all. Yeah, I get it. And he says, I thought Sarnia was going to lose their team at one point. Oh.
Yeah, there was rumors probably 5 or 6 years ago, but we're way past that now. It's a 4,300 crowd here tonight. Everyone reps the yellow. We're a big. We were almost last in the league last year, and there were probably 5 or 6, 7 sellouts that. Supporting
easily.
A team.
There was, for the last 18 games, there was no less than 4,000 people in this arena, right? And I do remember the rumors. That was the same year they put $600,000 into putting this new Jumbotron up there.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw that go up, I'm like, they're not going anywhere.
No.
They're not going to invest into that.
This is 31 years now.
I mean, yeah, right? I mean, okay, like, it's a business. Like, if someone came along and said, hey, we want to lose the Sarnia Sting, where would you go?
Yeah. Good luck.
Chatham?
Well, that's actually the talk of the expansion.
I know, but
I just mean of the expansion league when I mentioned last
when
we were talking about. That's one of the teams that might get not a moved team, but an actual. If they build an arena, apparently the conversations are there that they could end up in the OHL too.
Well, I guess that'd be kind of cool, right? You like adding more teams?
I do. Like I said, more chance to showcase, more like I love it. I don't see. There's no problem with it really.
Just add. I don't know. It's like the NHL. How many teams are there now?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You're not watering it down. You're just getting better teams, better
There
talent.
used to be 6.
Yeah, there's 32.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody deserves a bit of hockey.
Oh, I do not like London's new arena name. Oh, yeah, they're not called Budweiser Gardens anymore?
Yeah, no, Canada Life Center.
Right, that just happened, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
a couple months ago.
Well, at the end of the day, snap the second, it comes down to money, right? It's even here, like the Progressive Auto Sales Arena. They don't own it.
I think the name's up again.
got
I
the
think
name.
for 30,000 or some odd.
Yeah, Leona and them fought years ago. There was a big fight over that with city council and stuff. So I mean,
I think we should call it the Show Arena with Burrows. Are you gonna put the bid down?
Yeah. No. I think there should be a big one out there. I don't know. There's my ego talking, right? Oh, look at this. Like, Emily is sending roses, sending GGs, and that's awesome. I'm just waiting for, I think the London guy should be, we're looking for 2 pairs of sunglasses or 2, they're friendship necklaces that have teddy bears on them. You know what I'm saying? RBC had the Sarnia Arena before. Yeah, I remember the RBC Center.
Yep, the Sarnia Sting Sarnia Sports and Entertainment Center as well, the SSEC.
Yeah, that's right. So lots of names been out there, and politics involved. For sure. Well, I mean,
way above my pay grade.
Right, mine too, man. I'm just happy to be here. Well, things have got to change out there. They got to pick up the pace of this game here. Honestly, both sides. Like, we really only saw a little bit of aggression in front of the Saginaw goalie there, Andrew Oak, and there hasn't been any other pushing and shoving. I said on the broadcast, like, I haven't seen a penalty yet. Oh, and then was it Bodine went in?
Was it Bodine that
I think it was Bodine that went in for a penalty, and Saginaw didn't really capitalize on that as well. I don't know, like, says me who doesn't tie skates, but like, I just want to see some more action. I want to see some more aggression. Now, when I say aggression, I don't necessarily mean fights. I just mean a little more doing, just.
No, you're right.
A little more shoving and.
I love a fight, but if you can do it without it,
let me know. Yeah.
Get in front of the net, make a presence, bump somebody around, do a big hit. Like, it doesn't have to be malicious. Just go out there and look like you want to be there. Look like you want to win the game. You
got to wonder too, like you said. I think on Friday you mentioned how, are these guys scared to get into a fight because of so many, you're only allowed so many fights.
Yeah, the suspension rule, which I think is kind of ridiculous, but
yeah, because what is it? You're only allowed
3 games before you get a 1-game suspension after that, or 3 fights before you get a 1-game suspension.
Right, right. You think it should be unlimited fights, do you?
Go with 10. You can go with 10.
Go with 10.
I honestly, I think it's a better rule. Like, I don't know.
You just like seeing a good fight. Do you even care about hockey?
Well, they say that you showed up to a boxing match in a fight or in a hockey game broke out.
Yeah, I know. I don't know, because Saginaw's a big team too, right? And they're not afraid of the pushing and shoving. So
no, they've been there. They've done it. Like, I forget who it was at the start of the season that said that this isn't still a Memorial Cup team, but this is still a Memorial Cup team. They have
it was
most
one of the Sting players.
Yeah, I think it was Caden Johnson,
yeah.
maybe. That they, this is still, they know exactly what they're doing. They've been there before.
Still lots of experience.
They're not as good as, their record doesn't show as, but like I said, they have a top 5 NHL draft pick coming up, Michael Misa. Like, they know what to do. They've been there before. The coaching staff's been there before, so.
There's a lot more experience.
Yeah.
Memorial
100%.
Cup and other outside of the Memorial Cup, I should say, that the Sting does not have, as far as, there's only like a handful, like 4 or 5 on the Sarnia Sting right now that have had any kind of experience in playoff hockey, period, right? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of those young players out there. But we talk about this being a young team. You hear that, they're a young team. I don't think that's an excuse anymore. I think there's been enough lack of experience, but to say they're young is not fair anymore to the expectation of why you're here to play in the first place, and honestly to the fans. And I know before those people start jumping all over, well, they're kids, man. I get it, but they were signed to do a job here. If you're signed to be the cash register at Giant Tiger, you're expected to do the job. You don't get to make excuses just because, oh, well, they're kids. Okay, they're learning, I get that, but that's part of the talking about it and not beating up on anybody. I get it. I don't even tie my skates, but there is an expectation there. And I don't know that is the expectation being met.
No, not right now. It's definitely not. And, like, you never want to talk about the fan sport because we're here. That's how it is. But, you know, if it's consistent and you start to fall off, like, you will see a decline in ticket sales. The regular fans, like the casual fans that aren't following every single player are going to be like, well, like, I looked at their record tonight. Maybe I'm not going to buy a ticket because they're so and so. But like you said, these kids are developing for the better of their career and future. But there is an expectation to be made, and it is still a business. You know, you want to sell tickets, you want to sell jerseys, you want to sell beer. You got to get people in the arena because you want to have an impressive product that makes people want to be here. You want to see a killer power play. You want to see 7 goals a night. You know, it's just one of those things that gets people in seats.
The expectation of the fans, right? Like, as well on top of the expectation of the team and the organization as well. Well, I think they got to pick the pace up out there. A little push on that vertical pedal on the right and take the left foot off that horizontal pedal. You know, and
the clutch or the brake?
the brake. Well, the clutch would even help right now. But I think they got to get in there, and they got to bring the game to Saginaw. I feel like they're I don't know if they're a little intimidated by Saginaw because of their standing and their size and their experience that we've talked about. But bring the puck down into Saginaw. I think they got to get more offensive instead of just, okay, we got to defend, you know. I think they need to bring it more to Saginaw.
Yeah, like I said, not waiting around for the puck, not waiting for the game to come to you. Bring it to them. Be the first person in the corner to grab the puck. Be the first person to block the shot. It's just, just a little bit quicker.
Yeah. Well, I'm still going for Ryan Brown. Some of the fans up here, they were talking about Tyson Doucette getting that first goal, so we'll see what happens.
I'm still on the Karimov train.
All right. We're going to be taking a break up here on Facebook and YouTube. We'll hang around here on TikTok, but I'll be back with live reaction coming up in just a few moments. But as always, thanks for watching. I'm David Burrows. I'm my good friend Connor Burke. 1, 2, 3.
Go Sting, go!